All right, well, that brings us through to our main session for tonight. We've got Justin there, sort of probably bored out of his tree, listening to all that there, patiently waiting for this part here. So I thought I'd do a wee bit of a different way of introing Justin today. Normally people give us a bit of a bio, or I jump into their websites and find out a bit more. But this week, because we've got DeepSeek, the new AI tool that's come out, I thought, let's find out and see what DeepSeek knows about Justin Herald. So, this is the intro that I've got for him, and I'm going to have to leave it over to Justin to tell us whether this is true, whether it's not true, or whether he wishes it was true. So first one here is he's a serial entrepreneur who's turned, I have no idea what I'm doing, into multi-million dollar businesses. He's the founder of Just Do It Marketing, because Just Think About It marketing is not catchy enough. He created the Warrior Mindset program to help business owners stop overthinking and start crushing it. He is the bestseller of, or the best-selling author of, What It Really Takes to Build the Business of Your Dreams. Spoiler alert, it's not about coffee and chaos. He also wrote the 7-day business turnaround, because let's face it, who's got time for an 8th day? He's known for his no BS, straight to the point advice that actually works. He's a globally recognized leader who's probably lost more luggage on flights than most of us have taken. And you can check him out on his website, justinherald.com. So how many people think that was all true? Excellent. Well, you know what? I asked DeepSeek whether any of that was true. He says, I don't have access to any of Justin's information. I can't read anything on the web. I pretty much just made this up. So I asked,
100%.
Was any of that true, Justin?
I'm very direct is probably the only part of that is true.
You haven't lost any luggage?
No.
No. There you go.
And I haven't written those books.
Well, now you've got some titles there that you can add to your collection. So ChatGPT was a little bit better. So I asked it exactly the same questions, and I asked him if it was true, and ChatGPT assures me that this is true. So he did start a business with just $50, because who needs a fancy startup budget when you've just got attitude? He built Attitude Inc. Into a $20 million plus global brand. And that was proof that a great idea and a bit of hustle can go a long way. He was the International Entrepreneur of the Year in 2005, which basically is a big deal in the business world. He's named one of Australia's 50 most influential future leaders, and turns out people actually listen to him. And he's the manager of customer culture. So teaching businesses how to treat customers so they will actually want to come back. He's a best-selling author of 8 books. Actually, I counted them on Amazon. I think there's 9, isn't there?
8.
8. Oh, I counted 9 on there. Amazon's got 9 up there. So maybe there's some other fella called Justin Herald that's published a book. He speaks at over 100 events a year. Either he loves the sound of his own voice, or people can't get enough of his insights, or probably both. And he's an expert in business growth and customer experience, and helping businesses make money and keep their customers happy. So how did ChatGPT go with that? Was that pretty much true?
That was about spot on.
Spot on, yeah. So both of those there you go. There's DeepSeek, ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT has still got the more accurate information. If you want to make something up and really make yourself look good, go to DeepSeek. All right, well, that's the intro for Justin Herald. So Justin, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, mate.
Fabulous. So the reason why you're here tonight is that we had a conversation on LinkedIn, and you've got, I was going to say app, but I can't use that word anymore. It's a mobile application, a mobile application, all about referrals. But look, before we do get into that, obviously, I'll maybe just give us a wee bit about, why you're here, a bit about your background, and what led you to creating an app like application like this when there's so much software in the world and you're not a geek.
Yeah, my favourite line on this one is I own an IT company and I can't even spell IT. So, look, I'm the accidental business guy. I started my first business 30 years ago, actually last week, and there was attitude, and that went very well. And I worked out pretty quickly that I was good at business, but doing it my way. And I hope everyone here does it their way too. There's no right way or wrong way. Oh, actually, there is. The wrong way is the way that doesn't work. Um, but yeah, so I just started that, and because I started my first business with $1.25 in the bank, borrowed the $50, I had a cash flow problem basically from day one, and I wasn't um, a business guy. I didn't understand business, but what I did understand is if my customers liked me, they'll come back. And the way that I grew my business when it started to take off, and I have a saying inside all of my business still to this day, and that is we go after our customer's customer. That's how we do business. And so it grew because people were talking about it. And Phil and I, who's my business partner on here, have done a few businesses together over the years. And Phil created this way of referral, and then we worked on it over many years now, and worked on it to make it as simple as possible. And you sort of alluded to this story in your live today, but I'll give you my version of it as well. But there's about 5 years ago, I got a email from a company saying, "Can we talk to you about speaking at our conference?" And I said, "Yeah, you can." So I spoke to them, and they said, "Oh, so and so referred you," and I said, "Oh, okay, no worries." And anyway, I got the gig. And I got off the phone and said to my wife, I have no idea who that person is that referred me. So I went through my emails, couldn't find them. And then I found them on Facebook that we were somehow connected. So I sent them an email, a message just saying, "Can you give me a call?" The guy rings up and I said, "Listen, I need your bank details for the referral you sent through." Because I've always paid on referrals. It's just the thing I've always done. And he said, "Oh, you don't have to." And I said, "Well, I'm going to do it anyway. I pay 10% of my speaking fee." Anyway, so the next day he rings me up and he said, "I think you made a mistake last night." And I said, "Oh, what's that?" And he said, "You paid me $660. And I said, "Oh, yeah, I did." And he goes, "I thought you were going to pay me 10%. I said, "I did." He goes, "Do you get paid $6,000?" I go, "I do." And he goes, "Well, I'm going to keep on doing it." I said, "That's why I do it." And so on average, he has sent me between 12 and 15 speaking jobs every year. I got one again last year for this year. And I rang him up and said, "Mate, more money coming." I said, "I've never asked you the question." And he said, "What's that?" I said, "Where did you hear me speak?" And he said, "I've never heard you speak." I said, "Well, why do you refer me?" And he said, "Because I see what people say about your speaking. So when someone asks me, do you know someone that's good? I'm just going to refer the person that says he's good." And so part of the market that a lot of people, and you've referred to this, but a lot of people don't go after in business, which makes sense in a way. But for me, it's always been the market I go after. And that's the market that's never going to buy from you. And that's a huge market. So a lot of us are trying to just market ourselves to the people that we think is going to buy our business. But there's a lot of people out there that won't be putting on a conference and won't know it. Won't put on a conference, but they know people that will put on a conference. So that's the market. So we've created Refer Us as a way for my raving fans and customers to refer, and then also for people to actually become my referrer that didn't even know about me in the past or present. And so what we wanted to do was actually make it even simpler than that, because I want to make sure if I'm going to refer someone, I can track it. I want to make sure that they can track it. I want to make sure that the person I'm referring knows that I'm referring them. So it's not a cold lead it's got to be a hot lead. And that way you're not wasting your time. And the one mantra that I had was I wanted to make it as simple as possible. And I can share my screen later on if you want me to, Nick. Now we've created it only takes 10 seconds for someone to send you a referral. And that way the referrer doesn't actually screw up the process of the referral. Because I get that every now and again. I'll get someone ringing up and said, "Oh, so-and-so said you'd be great to speak in our business on systems." And I'll go, "Yep, that's not me." So they've been given the wrong information. So I've got to go and unpack all of that and then try and go again. So this way it actually is so easy to do. And that's how we came across this. And yeah, and the rest is history.
So I'm just well, there's a couple of things in that there. First thing is $72,000 in referrals that you might not have gotten if you hadn't had a system like this in place.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so that sort of just begs the question of all of our businesses. How much money's been left on the table because we don't have a system in place there for people to actually send us leads and referrals in business, and it's a lot easier, and I would suspect probably a lot cheaper than running Facebook and Google ads for the same result.
Well, it's going, you're attracting the market that, number one, wants to help you grow your business because they like you as a person, which is really important as a business owner. So they like you as a person. They're willing to help you and wanting to help you grow your business. And so they're emotionally attached to what you're trying to do as a business owner. Putting an ad out to anywhere, it is a ready, fire, aim mentality. If you think about it, you hope it works. But then you've got to then look at the cost of sale, right? So for the way that we do this, the cost of sale is bugger all when you think about it. So it's that simple.
Well, the other thing about it too is you're not paying for the sale until after you've been paid. Whereas with your running ads, you're paying for the ads first and hoping that something comes in.
Yeah.
And so you can afford to give away a bit more money with that there because it's a done deal and a certainty because you got the money in the bank.
Yeah, and you can, on our platform, you can select whatever reward you want. It could be commission, it could be cash sale, cash, it could be what's a good one? Gift card. Now, some people have no reward because they just want to have a system that makes it easier for them to track. Because you also get, and I'll show you, but you also get their own CRM system in there as well. So, and it just the other thing that you can do on our platform is every time you get a referral, you can record that under that referrer. So you can go through all your referrers and see who's actually, what customers have you got are actually providing you with the best income. And then you know how to market to those people because they're already hooked and they love what you do.
Yeah. So in terms of referrals like that, like you've obviously got a good presence out there in the market. You're on social media. And you're speaking on stage, so people know who you are. From my perspective, and tell me if I'm wrong or not, you need to have some form of presence out there, online or publicly, in order for something like this to work. Or
not
not
really. You just got to have customers. That's all you got to have. And all you're giving them is a better way to spread word of mouth. So all we're doing is magnifying word of mouth. And most people in business, they've got their natural way of growing their businesses from referrals, but they just don't know how to actually maximize those referrals or even control how that is done. And that's how we're doing it. Because it's always my staff's my favorite thing to say to my staff, and that's let's work as a team and do it my way. And that's the same way that I'm doing with my customers. If I want them to help me grow my business, but I'm going to get them to do it the way I want them to do it because I know my way works.
Yeah. So the philosophy of paying for referrals, like there's two schools of thought there. And I've seen both sides. One you shouldn't pay. The other one is that you should pay, or it's good to pay for referrals. Any sort of distinctions or sort of plus or minus as to whether you should or shouldn't pay?
Horses for courses, entirely up to everyone. But as far as I'm concerned, I look at it, I'm rewarding someone for actually going out there and promoting what I do. So they don't have to do it. And so that's where, for me, I don't expect people to pay me for a referral. That's my expectation. If I'm going to refer someone, then it's because I know they're good and I want to give the person I'm referring a really good outcome. So, but for me, I'll always reward it because it's something that I'd rather have. I pay 10% of my fee. I'd rather have 90% of something instead of 100% of nothing. And so for me, it's sort of a good way that's my marketing. And this has been the first business ever that I've actually going to have to spend money on marketing because we're going global, but I have never spent a single cent on advertising in 30 years. And it's because my customers and my referrers actually provide the word of mouth provides my marketing.
Here's an interesting thing that happened today. Well, it hasn't just happened today, but over a period of time, working with a client at the moment, and they're running Facebook ads. and they're trying to get people to an event. And so far, from all the ads they've run, it's the same sort of thing that they've done over the past few years. The number of registrations that they've got so far, 0. So, and this is over a 2-week period. Absolutely no registrations from the same system that they're running with ads over the past 5 years. Now, when I asked them about, who has he got in there in terms of strategic partners or referral partners that, could actually refer him business, or where he could actually go and, talk to their clients, he's got nothing. So now we've got one channel he's reliant on. This channel is dried up and is not working, and we've got a no referral channel at all. So, in terms of, helping someone to develop something like that there, how would someone go about now developing a referral? I mean, this is like dire straits of territory now because you've got no registrations. So this is sort of a longer term thing, but how does one go about creating a referral channel?
Like, so you mean getting people to refer?
Yeah. And developing those partnerships with people, like the sort of approach that you've got with people to to say, look, would you send me business?
Yeah, look, I think, well, we're really blunt, because apparently I'm good at it. The main reason that people never get people referring for them, their customer, is because they never ask. They've never asked them to do it. It's as simple as that. So my personal belief is I don't go and send it out and go to everyone, come and become my referrer. I'm very strategic. So I go for my raving fans. I go for the people that just love what I do. And they're the ones that will just go, yes. And because we all in business have people that are emotionally attached to us and what we're doing. If you don't, there's the problem of why the business is not growing. So all we're doing is tapping into that and giving our customers and some of them, I get referrals. Most of my referrals are not customers, but get people a reason to do it and an easy way to do it. And that's my biggest thing. So the normal way, we're sitting down at a barbecue and someone says, oh, does anyone know a good plumber? And we all go, oh yeah, I know a good plumber. And when I get home, I'll send you all his details. And by the time you get home, you've forgotten about that entire conversation. But when you remember, you send those details through and you don't know what's going on. Now, with the way that we've created it, whilst you're in the middle of that conversation, within 10 seconds, you've sent the plumber all the details of the person that wants the plumber. And at the same time, all the plumber's details have been sent to the person you've just referred. So now everyone knows what's going on. So, and then I as the referrer, can then follow what the plumber's doing. In our system, I will see certain ticks when he's contacted the person, when he's got them as a customer, I can see what he's doing. So the main reason we've done that, if I'm going to send you a lead and you're not going to follow them up, I'm not going to send you a lead anymore. So I want to partner with people that I know are going to look after the people that I'm referring, and because they're going to be potentially linked to me somehow. And then on top of that, what we created in the system was a way that you can then promote people that you refer their businesses on social media or anywhere. Do you want me to show you my screen, mate? Is that?
Yeah. Look, share the screen and let's have a look inside.
Let's see if we can do this. Like, this is all techie stuff, you see. Hang on, let's see how we go here. Can you see that?
Can't see a thing. Oh, yes, we are. There we are.
Right. So this is the as simple as the.
It's just coming up. It's still a black screen. There we go. Yep.
Okay. So this is as simple as the whole system is. So you've got this on your your PC or whatever you use, Mac, and the same thing looks exactly the same on your phone. So if I'm so these are the business. If I want to invite someone to my business, all I've got to do is click one button. All I've got to put in there is 4 things, and that's it. I click send, and off they go, and that process is done. If the businesses, I'm a referrer for many businesses, so. Here we go. We might have to get out of this in a minute. But if I'm going to refer, say, an insurance broker to one of my mates. Yeah, this may not work for me tonight. So all I do is I go to this page and then I refer Matt and click that refer us button here. and I'm going to refer this business to someone else. And that's as simple as it is. I'll stop this share now because my internet doesn't like me sharing. But yeah, so we've made it so simple that you can do that, and you can invite as many referrers as you want, and it's free to get referrers for you. No cost to get a referrer.
So that's the second screen. When you send it out to get a referrer, that part's free.
Yeah. So all you
and
do is pay for the system, and then anyone that joins, your referrers join for free. It's a
Yeah.
simple, and you know, the other thing is if you go to the referralsnetwork.com website and click on Refer Us Network tab, the other benefit what I wanted to give people is reach. Now I've got a lot of reach, and it's just happened that I've got a lot of reach because of what I've done. A lot of business owners don't have that. So what we've now created, that's why we called it the network, is every business that's one of our clients, on our platform, their business is listed publicly for anyone to become their referrer. So that then creates a whole heap of people. I'm sitting down now having my barbecue once again, and someone says, you know, a plumber, and I go, hang on, let me just check, and I'll go to the Refer Us Network page, see if there are any plumbers on there, and become a referrer for them for free, and then send someone to them. And the question we get asked the most is, how do you know if that's good business or a bad business? Well, most people who are a bad business wouldn't publicly put themselves out there to get referrers.
So it's a bit self-selecting anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying is any referrers that I invite in here, then you'll be able to get to see it. Janine, because I saw Janine on there as well too. She'll be able to get to see it as well. So they're just available for anyone to refer to.
Yep.
Yep. Fantastic. So it's a bit like a networking group, really.
Yeah, we're just making it simple. We're just,
Yeah.
just making it really easy. And the process of referrals has to be easy, and it's very cumbersome. There's no structure behind the thing. And we just wanted to make it, if someone's going to refer me, I want to make it as easy as possible for them to actually send me business.
So any questions there, comments there from the floor? Who's got sort of maybe either a use case or a question or a comment out there at the moment? Feel free to just unmute, drop in the chat. Someone was asking about, I hope you made sacrifice to the live demo gods. So that's referring to the fact that things always muck up when you go live. What have we got? Someone said it sounds very similar to something like BNI, except you don't have to turn up for breakfast and get horrible eggs every morning.
Yeah, the other thing you don't want to do too is really start to piss off your customers and your close friends and family by trying to get them to refer. So we don't want that. So people will only refer for me if they like me and want to do it. There's no pressure then.
Yeah. And cost? There you go. Phil's popped
it's
it in.
$35 a month or $375 a year. We've kept this extremely affordable because we want the business to use it. We want to, and that way, my way of thinking anyway, and not saying I'm right here, but that way, one referrer a year will cover the cost of this system.
The system, yeah. So easy to use and affordable as well. So is this a replacement, do you think, or potentially a replacement for those that are going to various networking groups, or is something it's alongside?
I think it's an add-on, really, and it just keeps it structured, I guess. And the other thing that which when you're in the system, which I won't show again, you can then see all the other businesses that are on the network as well. So then you can start to cross-collaborate, and you can start referring for another business. Once again, that's free. And you guys can then, anyone can then start, getting their customers to go to a different business. And then because that's how I do business. I've got a network and it's not through a networking thing, but I've got a network of people that I know really good. I've got a great accountant. I've got a great lawyer. I've got a great plumber. I've got a great pool builder. I've got all those people. So, and I seem to be the yellow pages of my friends because they always ring up and say, do I know? And that's the same thing that we're doing here.
And so it's an easier process than even just LinkedIn, sort of making those connections through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
which is how I do it. This is how I've been doing it up till now, is I will connect people through LinkedIn just by introducing themselves on the LinkedIn profiles.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Nick,
Um,
are you there, Nick?
Paul, yes.
G'day, hi, and Justin, a question, if I may. First of all, I love the concept. Obviously, though, people must trust you personally and your recommendations. So the people you're recommending, are they people that you've actually used? I mean, you quoted the plumber. So are these people whose quality you actually know?
If I do it, it's the people I know. Yeah. Or some people, if I don't know the person, and this is the old-fashioned way of doing it, I know people that would know someone that would be good. So I just reach out to them, which is essentially what we're trying to do. I wanted to call originally this a different name, but I just thought I'd probably upset some female around the world somewhere, and because I wanted to call it I Know a Guy. And and that's essentially what this is. And it's just, I know a guy that can do that. And it's my recommendation. And now my recommendation is just done in 10 seconds. And so the person I'm referring knows that because I've referred them, that I've actually hold them to high esteem, which means they already understand what I expect for them to do to look after the referral that I've sent through.
And Justin, if you've got a hole in your referrers, do you go looking for somebody who might be able to fill that gap if it's a request that you get from time to time, but you don't actually know anybody? Do you go looking to fill that gap?
No, I don't. If I don't know someone, I just go, look, I haven't got anyone for you. Like I get asked multiple times from people, do you know someone that's really good at Bitcoin? I can't even get my bloody head around Bitcoin. So not the guy to ask that question, and nor do I know anyone. So that's where, because I've also got to look at my credibility too here, Paul. My reputation means more to me than getting someone a referral so I can get a kickback. So that's where, like, this is where I want this to be a thing that that we've got a great network, and you just want to spread that out. And a lot of the times the biggest problem a lot of people have is they joint venture with companies or businesses that are, in my terminology, have the same dollar. And what I mean by that, a hairdresser a lot of the time will do a collaboration with a day spa. Problem with that, it's the same dollar. It's the beauty dollar. So if someone is doing it tough and they have to wipe out one of those things, then you one's going to miss out. So most of my people I refer are stuff that I can't do, I don't want to do. So it's a value add that I'm putting into the marketplace.
Thank you. Thanks.
No worries.
Excellent. Cal, did you have a question at all?
Mate, Phil's been very busy in the chat answering the questions that I've been coming up with, so I appreciate.
He's my technical guy, remember?
Yeah. One from a technical point of view, Justin. So you're actually talking about, you've got a CRM background in everything in this. Is how sophisticated is that? So can that be a CRM referral process, or is it just to be able to get the stuff out there?
This guy,
Bill.
Yeah, so basically, it is a CRM database in the background. So so basically, it manages all your referrers, all your referrals, all the other businesses on the network. It does all that in your own CRM database. So it then when you actually use a mobile phone, you can actually log into our website using the same username and password as you do on the desktop, and you've actually got a modified platform which is easier on the mobile phone. It's very, very, and it just feeds back to your own CRM database system. So, but also, Kel, the referrer also has their own CRM database system, so they can actually see all the people that they've actually referred, all their referrals, all those different things, all their rewards, where they're up to. They get notified when, say for example, if I send Justin a referral and he contacts that person, he hits a button in his platform, it email alerts me to say, hey, by the way, Justin's and it sends me an email, can you send me your account details so I can actually pay you? So it manages all that in your own CRM database system.
Very, very, very nice. I guess the other part is I did ask the question in the chat, but just to bring it out the open, is this is a one-time referral. Have you got plans and a roadmap to do it so it's a reoccurring one? I'm not saying you want to go into that affiliate marketing space, which is can be a dangerous space to go into depending on your business model. But is there potential for your app to go into that space as well long term?
Yeah, I mean, Justin and I are constantly thinking about upgrades, and not only that, you get the feedback from customers using the system. So, and that's how I've developed systems in the past, and also Justin and I have done that in the past. So your best kind of feedback is from your clientele. So and if they're all singing from the same hymn book, you'd be silly not to listen to it. So but that reoccurring kind of revenue, I did actually have that with my former product, Online WHS. So where we actually did it, year 1, year 2, year 3. So that's what we did. But we've got a couple of upgrades. Like we were actually just chatting today. We've actually come up with a couple of upgrades just in actually helping the actually business communicate with all the referrers to try to get more referrals.
Yeah, beautiful. And I guess the next thing from that, if you don't have it yet, obviously I've already got an affiliate sort of program built into our CRM. You can probably can you download your database and is there a download feature in this, like a CSV download?
You can't download the database. And the reason why we're not going to allow that is because, like, say for example, if someone just signed up and went to our network, they could download the entire network and contact all these people. It's a little bit security, like Kel, like you've got to be careful. And from former, this is the 5th software system that I've created, and the 3rd with Justin. So you're looking at it. You've got to be very careful with those kind of security processes. There is features coming inside the system in the upgrade where you'll be able to communicate with all your referrers much easier, and that's something that we've both noticed that we want to implement.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
And you can also become a referrer for free too. So if this doesn't suit your type of business, but you then know a lot of people that are in business that this would suit, then you can refer us. And then we just pay you the $50 for the year's program process. And then the $35 a month, we pay $25 every 6 months, if that makes sense. But and that's like we launched this 3.5 weeks ago. We've got 567 users on the system already. And a lot of those are people just refer us.
What have we got? Another question in there. Oh, Anita, did you have a question, or have you sorted that?
I do. I've had one, and Janine answered it. Thanks. So I'm logging in with your referral code there. And my other question was about great idea, you guys. It's amazing. What category should I select if I'm I'm a career coach?
Well, what we will do for you tonight, Anita, and Phil's going to do this in about 10 seconds after we get off this this call, is we will add that as a business category. So what we can do in our system, well, it's got a shitload of categories, and there's always one person that we just haven't got their category, but we'll add career coach tonight.
Yeah, and a career coach. Okay, no worries, Anita. I'll do that for you straight after this meeting. And not only that, if anyone else, like say for an example, with the setup process, even though it's extremely easy, I'll actually put my email address in here, and you can send me an email and book in for a personalized Zoom meeting with me, and I can actually take you through the system, set your system up for you, get it on your mobile phone, show you how to actually get your referrers and all that kind of stuff. So at no charge. There's no charge
Can I just add something to that? So what you actually get, you get this referral system, but if I'm going to refer, say you, Anita, what the person I'm referring to gets is a link that goes straight to your promotional page in our system. So on that promotional page is your logos. It's your a description of your business. You can either put up a map of your business, a photo of your business, or a video link that people can watch, all on this one page. And so we've made this so simple that, and all they've got to do is click one button after they go, yeah, I like this, I'm going to become her customer. And then as soon as they do that, fill out some information, within 1 second of that, you've got all of that now SMS to you and also email to you at the same time. And then when you promote your link, say if you wanted to do it, your promotional page on, say, Facebook, anyone that clicks on that goes straight back to your promotional page as well.
Yeah, well, I love it. And one of the reasons I love it is, you know, people are always saying get lots of Google reviews, but a lot of people don't want to leave a review and they don't want to leave a LinkedIn recommendation. And a lot of my clients have said, I've given the anonymous option. You can be anonymous on my website and I'll just name your position. And a lot of people want that. So they don't even, and they want to help you rather than, you know, and recommendations and reviews still rely on those people then getting around to trying you out or reaching out to you. Whereas, yeah, it's great, really direct.
But, Anita, just let you know that Career Advisor is now in the system.
Career coach.
Nice work. I'll
Career
check
coach,
that
Phil?
right now, Phil.
Okay, Career Coach, I'll do that one. I'll change
So
that.
you can't do good workers these days.
Oh, what a
That's
what a
not
great fun.
true. And Phil, I'm emailing you as well.
Okay, fantastic.
I'd love to go through it with you. Thank you very much.
No problem at all, anytime.
Thanks, Nick. This has been really
So
good.
there's the challenge for everyone, is to get in the weirdest and wackiest you know, career or business description that can go into here. Be a category of one. Excellent. Any other questions or comments? What have we got? So my category is live streaming plus webcasting. Was that a question to get that included, was it, Rob?
Yes, sorry, it was.
Okay,
Okay.
excellent.
And Anthony, what's your business category? Oh, there we are. Oh, no. What's your business category?
Security.
What was it?
Security.
Security.
Oh, security. That should be in there, Phil.
And security, I think, is already in there. Yeah.
Cyberlink security is, but not personal security.
Okay. See, the answer is always yes with us.
So, and you must understand, like, say, for example, the way we've actually even created it in the back end is to make it easiest for us to update the system constantly. So it and not just rely on our IT team to go, oh, by the way, hey, we want this in there and all that kind of stuff. So the back end is being created in a specific way to do that. So it just adding these categories for me.
Fabulous. Cal, you had a question?
Yeah, just another one. Sorry to hog. But like, obviously, some of us have got multiple businesses or multiple offers that we might want to be referred to. Is that a separate account for each offer, or how does?
No. So the way it works, so if you look at my page, I've got coaching, I've got well, my mentoring, hate the word coach, mentoring, I've got my speaking, and I've got my customer service training. So there are 3 different offers that you can get rewarded for. So if someone's referring me, they then choose which service they're actually referring. So I don't get a blanket, you've got a referral, because then I might ring someone up and they go, I've got no idea what you're talking about. So it'll be either speaking or mentoring is what I then know I'm going to be talking about. And the reason we've made it as well that the person you're referring gets the SMS, because we don't want you to ring someone who's got no clue that you're actually what you're ringing for. I've got better things to do than waste my time. So that's where I've really created this around how I would really like, I would both have, how I'd like to either be referred or have a referral.
Bloody love it. Absolutely love it.
So essentially, you've solved a problem that was your problem, and now it's available for everyone else.
I've started every business because either I'm pissed off or I can see a hole in the market. And this is a massive hole in the market. There's nothing out there, and I will say this hand on heart, there is nothing out there in the marketplace that does what we do. And that's why we've had VCs come in to want to buy into us. That's why the business is now being valued extremely highly. I like this software game. I didn't know about it beforehand, but with the whole how they value businesses, software is totally different to that. And we've got now, and I was telling you about this, Nick. We've now got global franchises coming and going to be implementing this globally around with all their franchises because they see how simple and what the problem it actually solves.
Jane, I'm not sure whether yours is a question or quite what it is.
Actually, I put that name in there for her. So
Yeah.
it's
Well done.
Creative.
yeah. So
Oh,
it's
so
in there,
that's
Jane.
is that your category, Jane? Creative team bonding.
Yeah, well, that's what I always look for referrals for is annual conferences and AGMs to do a little bit of add a little bit of fun to it and do a breakout room and do a quick art activity.
Yeah, so basically what we've actually got in the back end, like say for example, if you're a referrer and you want to actually refer for another business, you can actually go to the network and search by categories, and
Yep.
then it filters by categories. So it so they can actually, if someone's looking for your kind of industry, whatever it may be, they can go there and look for that. That's where we want to go to. Like say for example, it's and by the way, I'm not a geek. Well, I suppose I am a geek, but I don't write code. I'm the architect, if that makes any sense. So it's but you're looking at like when Justin and I were creating this, we did have it in a register before, and he's gone, and we've gone, yeah, it doesn't look good, and then it doesn't look good on the mobile phone, let alone the system. And then looked up Yellow Pages, and I went, wow, what a great template. Like you couldn't get better than Yellow Pages as a directory, because that's what the Referrals network is, like a directory. And that's where we're going to with that whole things as well. So, you can have exposure not just to your referrers, but you can have exposure to everyone on the network.
So you can use this tool, to refer other people to ask for referrals for you, or you can use it for your own business to look for people that can help you, directly.
Correct.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It's literally Nick. It's like a three-pronged attack here. So you've got it's circular marketing, and when it's like that, there, like you're using your current clientele to actually who love you already, and your friends and your family and your networks. If you've got a database, you can actually upload your database and actually invite hundreds of people at the same time.
Yeah,
So
and my wife did that. So my wife owns a day spa and medi spa, and a very successful one in Sydney. And she used this. She did it a little bit differently. She split tested. So she did her top spenders, that list. She sent out to become her referrer. So she did half of the list through our system. And then I said to her, do the other half through your own CRM. So it's more branded hers. She's got tell me if I'm wrong here, Phil, but about 465 referrers. Your customers, if they love you, will actually get behind you. You've just never asked them in a way that's simple for them. Or you might have asked them and they might refer, but the process is very difficult.
457.
Okay, I was wrong. I gave her a few extra.
So it's yeah. So like that's the beauty of the way we've created with the back end dashboard as well. So if someone signs up, we know when they've signed up, we can actually help them. But as I mentioned before, like I love doing customer services because that's what I've done with all the other systems that I've created. So if you want to book in for a Zoom meeting, please don't hesitate.
and you've dropped your email in there to for people to just contact you. Yeah.
Yep, they just have to do that, and then basically I'll send them an email to say what time suits them, and then that way there we can actually do a Zoom meeting, and it'll only take like 20 or 30 minutes, and but they'll be fully set up, even though they can do it themselves. It's we've created it to be that easy, but it just going through it and actually highlighting exactly how to get the most out of it as well is best. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Did I hear you say that you could upload like a CSV file or whatever to the system here to do it, in bulk?
Yeah, correct, Nick. So basically what it is that if you've got a CRM database system, that'll print out all those fields, but we've actually built a template in our system that you click and download, It's just first name, last name, email address, phone number, because that's how easy it is to actually invite a referral. So, and then you just copy and paste into that database, into that field, and then select upload, and it goes out to everybody. But as Justin said, it like Renee, his wife, did that, and she got a lesser response because it was all branded Refer Us. Hence why the upgrade that we actually created today is we're actually in the upgrade, we're building a email section where the person can communicate with their own referrers and networks, branded their own email with all their data, so they can constantly be in contact with that. So that's going to be a huge upgrade and a big positive for the system moving forward as well. In the meantime, we can actually do that.
Part of the other problem with that
writing your own
is,
email.
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, mate. I was just asking, so you can create your own email. So you're not just using a system generated one, you're writing your own.
Yeah,
Yep,
and we
you
can
can
even
actually-
create the emails for you as well. And then all you're doing is putting in your own unique a link in that, an address, and that's how it's done. The issue with, because we use a company called SendGrid, is our email people. And the problem with any of these major emails, when you're sending out a lot of bulk emails through that, which is fine, they just they don't go all in one. So they take a fair while to get out there. Where when Renee did it through her Entreport, I think she uses, it was all gone straight through straight away. So yeah, horses for courses. Like for me, if I was going to send out a bulk email to a lot of people, I would do it under my own branding. And that's what I do. And then if I'm going to just invite a single person, then I just use the system.
And it's easy enough to do just on your mobile with that. Yeah.
Can I answer Jane's question on this?
There's a nod there. Yep.
So Jane asked,
for it.
the monthly price is $35 plus GST. And you can cancel, but there's a minimum of 6 months. And the reason we've done that, not because we want 6 months of your money, it's because you've got to give the system time to work before opting out.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right.
Excellent. Any other questions, comments, categories? Or questions about sort of maybe some unique ways to use it, or maybe you've got an interesting use case. What was that comment there, Jane? Go to the web link above in chat and hit find out more.
Yeah, because I went to the website. So, who was it? Someone put the actual website in the chat. I can't see it now. I don't know. I think it.
It wasn't me. It was someone
Phil.
just.
That one there.
No?
It was.
Oh, it
Fred.
was JM. JM
Oh,
put it
okay.
up
Yep.
at 7:06. So I went there and I hit the find out more button, and you put in all your contact details and submit it, and the guys will call you, I guess.
Oh, so they'll go through to Phil, right?
They will go through to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So I'm sort of thinking there are going to be quite a few people out there expanding their referral networks after tonight. Actually, it's a lot simpler, this process here, than when I first saw it with Justin. I was expecting something complicated, so I think I started to complicate it myself. But this would have to be the easiest referral system I've seen, and I've seen a few out there as well. And for me, I was just sort of thinking, if I was in and I've been to sort of a number of networking meetings, sitting in there, rather than filling out all these slips there to do the referrals, just do it on the spot in the phone, and it's all done at the end of the meeting. So,
We've
nice
made
and easy.
this, it's Justin proof. That's what this thing is. So if I can use it, anyone can use it.
Excellent. Fabulous. All right. Any other questions before we wrap up for tonight? This is your last chance. You do have Justin Herald on here. We've got no sort of random questions that have come out. So I did ask him at the beginning of the session, is there anything that we're not allowed to ask? He said, no, there's nothing. So this is your opportunity to ask anything if you've got any burning questions on your mind. Otherwise, that's it.
So did you end up putting the category in, Phil, or not yet?
Which one for yours? Which
live streaming or like events. We do
oh,
broadcast.
can you actually put that in the chat, and then I'll put it straight in there for you.
Absolutely. And then like Nick gets I've used the referral code, so Nick gets a
Yep.
good.
Got to keep the bastards honest, and we'll be the bastards. So it's just it's about making sure that there's transparency through this entire process, and that's what you want your clients to understand, that they know what's going on, or your referrers, they know what's going on. And that's the one thing that I can't stand about referrals is when people are, and a lot of the problem is a lot of the affiliate marketing ways do this as well. Like you sort of get lost in the whole thing, and you never seem to get, especially the rewards, if it's not structured correctly.
So I'm in BNI, and I live the giver's gain thing. I've like the amount of referrals I put through to BNI is like $30,000, and I've only got like $1,800 with the business coming back. So I definitely think this is a great platform. So looking forward to working.
So we do have a lot of, and we won't go into names, but a lot of networking organizations now talking to us because of how this simplifies the process that is already naturally part of their foundation. Yeah,
well, people know me around Australia as the guy that is the connector guy. I'm always been that way. You ask anyone, I'm the one that always has been the one that connects people. So
So Rob, if you want to send me an email with your details and all that kind of stuff, and then basically I'll put your category in there for you, as well as we'll set up a meeting where I can take you through the Zoom meeting and get you all set up for you and show you how to do best. As someone mentioned before about, is there multiple kind of services? Yeah, you can actually add a reward for multiple different kind of services inside the system. So you might say, I'll give you a good example of that. A landscaper might have do pools. So those pools are worth a lot of money. So he might give a percentage of the pool up to a certain amount of money. So, but he also might do gardening, which is a low figure. So he might just say, I'm just going to give you $100 or $200. So you can actually set different rewards for different services.
Yeah, got it. All right.
And Phil, can you put in security as a category, please?
Well, we've got another category here, voice AI. Is that a category, Fred, that you wanted? Or are you asking a question?
Yeah, no, it's good. Like I'm obviously heavily into that, as you're aware, Nick. So I'd be open to have that as a category. It'd be great if it's suitable.
Do you want it just Fred, just AI or voice AI?
No, voice AI in particular, because I think that's in my world anyway. That's a thing that's moving pretty heavily at the moment.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I use AI all the time. So it's not to create the system, but it's to do the promotional stuff. So that's been both those categories, security and voice AI is done. And
well, the sales pitch work. You got another customer.
Thank you. And now, look, if there's any problems, contacting us through the website goes straight to Phil and I. There's no middleman. It's always been the way that I've done business anyway. I'm extremely accessible, and so is Phil. And no matter how big my businesses get, I'm always going to be the person that you can talk to at any point in time. So
it must be something to do with the attitude.
Security.
Yeah, I just hate gatekeepers, mate. So anything I hate in business, I make sure that I don't do in our own businesses.
Rob, what was your category that you wanted in there?
Who was that, Phil?
Rob, what category?
I'll so look,
you're going to email it to me?
Yeah, I can email it to you. Yeah.
Okay, righto. All those other ones have been entered.
Okay, beautiful. All right, I've just shot you the email anyway, just so we're connected, etc. So yeah.
All right, fantastic.
Fabulous, excellent. Well, I think that sort of brings us pretty close to end of tonight's show. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. and some good possibilities in here for you with the this referral mobile application. Oh no, is it a mobile application? Is that what we call it?
Mobile application, well done. Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. All right, well, look, let's put our hands together. A big thank you to Justin and Phil for coming on tonight to show us this. And I have to say, I'm a big fan of looking at new apps and tools online because I'm reviewing them every week. This one here is outstanding. So I love it. So I'm glad you reached out, Justin, to actually get it onto the show. So thank you.
No problems at all. Thanks so much for having me, everyone.
Now we do have a bit of a wrap up in terms of we've got that prize for tonight, our what do we call it, prize draw. So Justin's offering that. It's what is it, Justin?
Get a free system.
Free system. So so that's the draw tonight. You get a system for free, not paying for it. Special way of drawing it, so don't disappear right now.
Actually, can I just stop? I'm going to change that. You're not going to get a free system. I'll give you 2 hours of my time to help you in your business.
That's more valuable. Yeah.
That's normally around about $1,700. So hopefully people see the value in that.
Fabulous. Excellent. So 2 hours of Justin's time. He lives down by the beach. So if you want to go for a walk on the beach and sort of have the time with him, I'm sure he's probably open to that as well too. So everybody's name is in the wheel of names. And just remember, you got to be here to win. So don't disappear right now. Spin the wheel and let's see who our lucky winner is. So let's hit the wheel. And a virtual drum roll as it comes around and lands on Cameron Jones. All right, you still in the room, Camo?
I am indeed.
Fabulous.
Well done.
Excellent. Cameron is a web developer, digital marketing sort of person, automation specialist, AI specialist. So I'd probably get on with you, Phil, but obviously good for your business too. So well done, Cameron.
So Cameron, all you've got to do, and it's just Justin at referralsnetwork.com. Send me an email, mate, and I'll get back to you and we'll set up some time.
Sounds good.
Fabulous. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, look, thanks everyone for coming along tonight. Save the chat. So if you click the 3 little dots on the top of chat, that will save Phil's email. It'll save all of the links that are in there from the Call Online Tools. Save the link to the app itself for you to go and have an explore of the app. If you like tonight's session, it will be up on YouTube tomorrow afternoon. So if you know someone else that would be interested in this and like to see it, then share them along to YouTube. If you're not a subscriber there, if you just go along to YouTube and search for Smash Go, you can subscribe to the channel. All of our past episodes are up there on the channel for you to trawl through and watch as well too. And of course, you know, if you know anyone else that's got a specific problem, issue, whatever in business, and there's a video in that channel, feel free to shoot them through to that as well too. We'll be back again next week, same time, same place, different topic. So I look forward to seeing you all then. And for now, thanks Justin, thanks Phil for coming on, and see you all next week.
Thank you.
Fantastic.